What's up, guys? Welcome, 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 man. And I'm sure this is not what you were expecting, right? This is not me live on Terrible Towel Tuesday. And the fact of the matter is I'm not at home. I am out of town, guys. I'm actually in hot, steamy, sickening heat, Las Vegas, for a conference with work, man. I'll be here until Thursday. So just wanted to do a quick pre-recorded video for you guys. Again, guys, as you can see, I'm not at home. I'm on location. I'm out in Las Vegas on work. And I just had a couple quick topics to talk about really quick. Try to get at least some kind of content out there, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about. Listen, I'm going to be very brief with the Aaron Rodgers situation. I don't understand Steeler Nation. I really don't, right? It's as if the Steelers were going to win the Super Bowl with no Aaron Rodgers, or they're going to win the Super Bowl without Aaron Rodgers, or with Aaron Rodgers. Either way you look at it, I don't understand why people are up in arms. I can almost guarantee if the Steelers would have gone into the season with Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, then people would have had a lot to say. Most people. I'm not talking about rational fans. I'm talking about most people would have had a lot to say. Oh, the Steelers don't want to win, yada, yada, yada. Why didn't they move up? Why didn't they take Shador? Why didn't they blah, 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 right? So the Steelers did what a lot of people say. They sat back, and you would think they're going to go get a quarterback in 2026. Cool. So what is the big issue with Aaron Rodgers? It doesn't hurt them. It doesn't hurt them. If the plan is to go get the guy in 2026, it doesn't hurt them to do whatever it is they're going to do this season. Now, again, wasn't necessarily what I wanted to see them do, only because I'd rather see them just start fresh, start young. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Clearly, Will Howard is not necessarily the guy that they want to groom, or maybe not this season. So, okay, if you want to bring a veteran in that could potentially help you win, I get it. I get it. Wouldn't have been my first choice either, but what is the alternative? I keep seeing everybody say, why would they do that? And, he's not going to do anything for him and yada, yada, yada. Well, what is the alternative? Because if they didn't do anything, I guarantee the same people that are complaining would have been complaining about what they didn't do in this current year's draft and yada, yada, yada. So they can't win. They can't win in the eyes of Steeler Nation. There's nothing that the Steeler brass, coaching staff, whatever could do in terms of the quarterback that would satisfy you. So it's funny to continue to see the debates, and it's weird, man. Even seeing some of the media folk. Aaron Rodgers doesn't bring anything to the table. I get that, but what was the alternative for this season? After the draft has already happened. And according to Adam Schefter, Aaron Rodgers wasn't their first choice, which I think we all saw that. They attempted to sign Justin Fields. Justin Fields elected to go with more money, more guaranteed money with the Jets. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have had a problem if the Steelers would have guaranteed Justin Fields $30 million. He went and got his money with the Jets. Most of you did not want them to re-sign Russell Wilson. They didn't do that. And then on the other side of things, as far as the draft, they weren't going to go all the way up to get Cam Ward. They weren't going to go all the way up to take Jackson Dart. Or, they weren't going to take guys like that in the first round, which many of you didn't want them to do. Yes, they passed on Shador, but so did every other team, including the team that drafted him. Also, the Steelers were looking to potentially go with Matthew Stafford. Now, depending on how you feel about that. But again, Matthew Stafford was an option. Donald was an option. So then they elected to just go ahead and, get the best they could. They poked the bear. Hey, you have any interest? And Aaron Rodgers said, hey, possibly. And now this is where we are. So my whole point in this is just saying, man, just see what happens. Just see what happens at the end of the day. Who cares, right? This season should be a wash anyway in most of you guys' eyes, right? So I don't know. So the last thing I'm going to mention really quick, guys, is in the title. What is going on in Pittsburgh? TJ Watt apparently has informed that he will not be attending the mandatory minicamp. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. I don't think this means anything, guys. I mean, listen, I understand that he wants a new contract. He's in contract negotiations, so I'm not going to go overboard and trip about it. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say something maybe some of you guys may not agree with. If a deal doesn't get done, so what? He is under contract for this season. If for whatever reason the Steelers decide they don't want to make him the highest paid defensive player, it is what it is, right? I love TJ Watt. I still think TJ Watt is one of the best premier defensive, especially edge rushers in the league. But it's business at the end of the day. And some of you guys have been talking about trade him, right? So I don't even understand why people like you are upset. Don't get it. But I don't think this is much, guys. Listen, it's not the season. It's not even training camp. It's a mandatory mini camp. I get it. Guys do it all the time. I mean, do I prefer to see people do that? No. Do I prefer to see someone like TJ Watt, who is a leader and a captain? Preference-wise, no. But I do understand it. So I'm not going to hold it against him. I don't think this is time to hit the panic button. I think it's clearly that they're in contract negotiation. Doesn't want to risk any injury. It's understandable. And there you have it. I just don't think it's anything to panic about for those of you who, do not want any disruption in TJ Watt being a Pittsburgh Steeler. I get it. But that's why I wanted to make a little light of it and say, what in the world is going on in Pittsburgh? So that's it, guys. That's my little 2 cents. But like I said, man, listen, I wish I could be there with you guys live, but obviously, again, you see I'm in a hotel in the background. Right behind me is the Las Vegas Strip. I am in Las Vegas, super hot, here for my job, and it is what it is. So I wanted to at least do what best I could to give you guys some content. All right, man, so that's going to do it. Y'all know the routine, man. If you haven't, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and of course, like always, stay healthy, stay safe, God bless, good night, even though it's light behind me. Thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. And like always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.